We're live. Hello.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Rob, the Waxed, and we're going to show you guys some records that we're going to be auctioning off tomorrow in our
Yeah,
and the first ever VC classical record auction. Has anyone else done a classical record auction, Rob?
I'm sure someone has, but they're not as big as you are on YouTube.
Yeah, this
But
is the first time
let's
I've done
go.
an auction.
And I do auctions on my channel all the time,
Yeah,
but I am a different genre. But before we show the records, let's just go over everything that's happening. So tomorrow, what are we? October 19th at 1 p.m. Pacific, we'll be doing an auction on Michael's channel, which we
yep,
are
right
on
here.
right now. And here's how it's going to go. So auctions typically work. My auctions typically work this way. The bidding is done in the live chat, and we'll present a record and give a starting bid price. And all you have to do as a participant is put the amount of money you would like to bid on the record. When we get two bids, two people participating, we'll run a countdown clock.
There
It's
you go.
been a
You
long
got it
day.
eventually.
I know. Something like this. Okay, and it'll be 30 seconds. I might create another one to put in there because that one's pretty mind numbing. So there'll be a countdown, and then we'll use a secondary device to determine the winner. Here's one thing to understand. There's typically up to a 10-second delay from what we say here and what you see on YouTube. So everyone's connection's different. If you feel you might not have won a record, trust me, what we see, you typically will see your bid before anyone else's. So
Yeah,
a good way to, yeah.
Just because it shows us first on your screen doesn't mean it's first when we see it.
Well, we see it. So typically a good thing to do is update your browser periodically just to stay connected. Now, very important. So what you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen is Michael's email address. What we're requesting from everyone who participates in the auction is to please send your contact info. And that would be your name, your YouTube handle, and your address. And obviously you're sending your email so we can get in touch with you and know where to ship the records to.
Yeah. Yeah, please do not just try to PayPal me money when the auction
Yeah.
ends. I will send you an invoice. You want to talk about the way we're doing shipping?
Well, I can say this. So this email address is Michael's, and it is not an active PayPal email.
Yeah,
So
if you send money to that, no one will get it.
No one will get it. So what we in each time, I'll be auctioning records too. So each time you see the person auctioning, our information will be scrolling at the bottom.
Yep.
And you will obviously send us your contact, and then for me that evening I will send you an email with instructions on how to pay and so on. That'll be our communication.
Yeah,
Now,
so if you buy 2 or 3 different auction items, we'll be able to send you an invoice at the end that has everything you bought and what the shipping is.
So for my shipping, and I only will ship to 2 places, U.S. and Canada. So for my shipping, no matter how many records you win, it'll be like shipping went up. It'll be $7, $6 or $7, no matter how many records you win for the U.S. because it's media mail. And then Canada, I'll do 24. So it pays to get at least 4 records if you're in Canada. Now, if you're in Europe or another place in the world, I'm sorry. The shipping is crazy in my experience. But if you, some people have those companies that are LA or California, US based that will send them on to your location. So that's something you might want to explore moving forward. So yes. Do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, so I'm selling slightly different stuff that Rob is selling. I'm selling a lot of bundles and box sets. And so the way I'm doing it is that for the first 4 records, in whatever you buy, Shipping is $5, and then it's going to be this is in the United States, and it's going to be an additional $1 per disc for whatever you buy. And this is continental United States. If you live in Canada, Hawaii, or Alaska, shipping's probably going to be more than that, and I will charge you exactly what the shipping is. I'll have to go to the post office and find out. And if for some reason you are outside North America and you really want to bid on this auction, please email me ahead of time, and I'll try to find out an estimate of what rates for a record package are going to be, because you may or may not be interested based on how much that's going to cost. But yeah, because I realize the fact that I am selling a lot of like older U.S. pressings, and so that may be harder to get in some other parts of the world. But at the same time, I don't want you to get ripped off in shipping. So.
Yeah, but before you bid, realize that's the issue. Okay, so we're gonna not show everything that's being auctioned. This is just a sample of what's being auctioned. Okay, so do you want to start, Michael?
Yeah. So one of the first. I tried to group everything in bundles because a lot of this is records I've had for a really long time, and it's just stuff I'm not going to get around to listening to anymore. And so I wanted to do bundles by like composer, bundles by conductor, bundles by orchestra. So one of the first bundles I'm selling is a George Szell Cleveland Orchestra bundle that has his recordings on Columbia and some of the reissues on Odyssey. So here we have the Schumann 4 Symphonies box set on Odyssey, and this is a VG++ media and VG Plus box. I grade pretty conservatively. So that's what a VG Plus box looks like.
Hold on, let me move you over here and make you bigger. Sorry.
Yeah, so this is the 4 symphonies of Robert Schumann, George Szell, and the Cleveland Orchestra. Also in this bundle is Cleveland Orchestra and Szell doing Richard Strauss's Don Juan on the Great Performances label, Don Juan until Eulenspiegel. This is a near mint / VG Plus. The 6 London Symphonies of Haydn, Szell Cleveland again, near mint and VG Plus box. Wagner Orchestral Music, near mint records, VG Plus box. Szell conducts Mahler Symphony No. 6 Tragic and Symphony No. 10. VG Plus Records, VG sleeve because of the rubbing and staining a little bit. Szell conducts Mozart, Symphony No. 35, 39, and Symphony No. 40, the Jupiter Symphony, Near Mint Records, VG Plus sleeves. I think I bought this at the Princeton Record Exchange many years ago. This is a good box set. Johannes Brahms, the 4 symphonies with George Szell and the Cleveland Orchestra. This is, I think, 2 eye pressings. Yeah, these are Columbia 2 eyes. There's going to be a lot of Columbia 2 eyes on this auction. I'm getting rid of most of my Columbia 2 eyes. I think there's one more record in this set. Strauss Don Quixote on Epic. This is in mono, George Szell and the Cleveland Orchestra. Okay. So this is like an example of what one of these bundles are going to be like. It's going to be a lot of bundles like this where, the records might be $2, $3 records individually, but we're going to bundle them together so you get a good taste of different repertoire.
All right. I'm going to flash through what I have as sample, which is a lot of what I'm going to do, but Michael can comment on what they are.
Sure.
But
you can make them small.
I'm doing mine individually. Not in bundles. So I have this blue back of you tell me what this is, Michael.
So this is a early stereo London blueback Decca recording of Brahms piano sonatas and various short piano pieces played by Wilhelm Bacchus, who was at this point very late in his life. I mean, he died in the mid 60s, so this is probably
this is 58. Now, a lot of the ones I have, the records are beautiful, but the covers are worn. Except for this one, this is the reissue.
It's a Classic Records.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Classic Records.
Yeah, it's Classic Records.
Classic Records, okay. And this sounds banging. Do you say banging about classical music?
Yep.
Okay.
We say all types of things.
Okay. I have. This is a I don't know. Michael knows a lot more about labeling pressings, but this is a 1959 pressing. Beautiful.
It's a shaded dog.
Shaded dog.
See, Rob's got the good stuff in this auction. I've
No,
got
no,
the
here's the
bundles. He's got
deal. If you don't come to my channel, the difference between me and Michael, I'm a digger. I go out all the time looking for records. And when I find stuff, I luck into finding stuff. I've found a huge batch of living stereos, another 1958. This one is you could speak to this, Michael. I think there's a couple of different pressings of this record.
Clavier, yeah, it's an audiophile label.
This is an audiophile pressing of this.
Those were originally EMI recordings, and then Clavier reissued them in the 80s, and those were cut by Doug Sachs at the Mastering Lab.
This is a MoFi.
Mm-hmm. Very famous recording. That recording is on the Absolute Sound Super Disc list.
Okay,
it's a very famous recording.
Scheherazade. This is
and so is that one.
Yeah. This is an OG Telarc.
Yeah, that's probably the best Telarc, best sounding Telarc.
Okay. Here's a Chetsky.
Great recording.
Here's a DCC
Compact Classics. Yeah, so that was cut by Steve Hoffman and Kevin Gray.
Yep. And then here's another Chetsky. So I have a lot of living stereos and all these. So that's what I'm offering up to this awesome auction that we're doing tomorrow at 1. And, please excuse the commenting diarrhea that's in the chat right now by the Vinyl Rundown. It's a lonely day at the office for him. So, do you want to show some more?
Yeah, I can show. So, I got a Berlioz set here.
I'll be on screen okay.
This is a Berlioz bundle, and I'm not going to go into super big descriptions like I did last time, but I got a big old Phillips box set of his opera Le Troyen with Colin Davis on Phillips. This is New York Phil, Leonard Bernstein doing Berlioz Harold in Italy. Damnation of Faust with Seiji Ozawa and the Boston Symphony on DG. A very old Vanguard recording of Symphonie Fantastique. And then a nice Deutsche Grammophon box set of Berlioz Romeo and Juliet with Daniel Barenboim and the Orchestra of Paris. So that's a Berlioz set. I've also got a couple audiophile reissues that I'm going to be selling. So I have this guy here. This is a high Q Abbey Road cut reissue of a very old EMI recording. This is Paul Kleitsky and the Philharmonia Orchestra doing Tchaikovsky's Capriccio Italian. This was an audiophile series that came out about 10 years ago. So there are some audiophile records going on in this auction. I also have a reissue of Mahler's Second Symphony on DG with Leonard Bernstein. That's going to be in the auction. Let me grab one more. Let me grab one more set.
Is there anyone else here to comment in the chat? Oh, thank you. Do you like?
Yes, I do. I do like the high Qs, and the only reason I'm selling that one is because it's a double. I have another copy of that record, so it's not like I'm selling it because I don't like it. So this is a Leonard Bernstein set. I've got a bunch of Leonard Bernstein records here. We have Leonard Bernstein conducting Bach's Magnificat in D major. Highlights from Handel's Messiah with the New York Philharmonic. This is a Japanese pressing of Bernstein conducting Mahler 1 with the New York Phil.
Ooh.
Bernstein doing Copland Third Symphony with the New York Phil. Most of these are going to be New York Phil. The Poulenc Gloria and the Stravinsky Symphony of Psalms. I love the cover on this. Rachmaninoff Second Piano Concerto with Gary Graffman. There's a very young Bernstein over there.
Mm-hmm. That's not that young.
This is a recording he did with the Orchestra Nationale of France, Bolero and Alborada del Gracioso, and La Valse. Some Johann Strauss music from the Vienna Woods.
Hmm.
I like that illustration.
Yeah.
And then this is him with the New York Philharmonic doing Salome's Dance, Strauss's Don Juan, and Till Eulenspiegel. So that's the Leonard Bernstein bundle. Lots more bundles, some that I have to sort through. I've got a lot of Deutsche Grammophones too. If you want a quick preview of some of the Deutsche Grammophones I've got here, I'll just start flipping through them. Oh yeah, there's that Mahler 5.
Awesome.
People will be able to pause and see these. This got reissued recently by the original source. A fantastic performance. All right, so hopefully that gives you an idea of the kind of records that are going to be up for sale tomorrow.
Yes. So again, tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. And you figure it out if you live somewhere else. Also, again, just to repeat, if you would like to participate, please email Michael your full contact, your handle. Like, let's just pretend this guy. Let's go. This dude, Greg the Vinyl Rundown, he would email Michael, hey, it's Greg, blah, 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 the Vinyl Rundown. I live at the corner of blah, 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 blah address. And obviously his email is included. That way, at the end of the auction, after Greg beats all of you out.
It's easy to put a username to the bid.
Yeah. That way, Michael can email, hey, Greg, you won all this stuff. Here's how you pay me.
Money.
And when I receive it, records will be boxed up and mailed to you at your address. So, I've been doing auctions for well over 2 years on my channel. They seem to go okay. No one has died from them, I think.
Yeah.
So
it's the second time I've ever participated in one. So,
yeah, Michael will do well. Look, he even got a new haircut for it. So,
just for you guys.
Yes. So, if you have any more questions, again, please email Michael below, and we'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Until then, have a lovely evening.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.